Hey everyone, today I'm going to review some of my top GlossGenius alternatives. So GlossGenius for me looks really great at the start. I really enjoyed how simple their layout was. As you can see here, there's a lot of pictures used in the background with very clear font, limited use of color, and I absolutely love that. So when you are on the homepage, you'll see they actually have a lot of really resourceful apps, particularly for businesses who are losing money with things like cancellations. So you have this automated waitlist here that'll help you fill your cancellations at the last minute. You can require deposits up front, which kind of ensures that people are more committed, and utilize this feature where there is a cancellation policy if someone cancels, let's say within 24 hours or 48 hours, or if they are a no-show. Now that said, there are some serious limits when it comes to GlossGenius. And one of them for me is the marketplace, the marketing options that they have. So what you'll see here is the only options they have for internal marketing are email and text marketing. But they come at a cost. If you're going to send text messages, if that's the preferred method that your customers have selected, it only comes with a limited amount, 500. My option has 500 credits per month. So you'll have to pay beyond that. If you want to send text messages as a reminder before a booking or as a confirmation booking or after someone has completed an appointment because you want them to rate the service, all of these will eat away, and you're going to end up having to buy more credits every single month. See, if I want that same matching $500, 500 credits, it's going to cost me another $12 every month. So those things can add up. Now, Mangomint has marketing options that include automations and campaigns, which I really like. So these offers, you can set up things. I set up once a couples massage discount, and you can change the features here to apply things like how they use the discount, whether a staff member has to manually apply it when someone checks out, whether it gets applied automatically, whether it's something people can use online. And you can set up limits. I love that there are so many limits here. You can be incredibly specific about your marketing practices. If you want it to be limited by date, let's say for the month of June, or you want it to apply only on Wednesdays and Thursdays, if those are your slowest days. You can also utilize this option down here where you are choosing for new clients only, or only applicable once per client. So many different options. And of course, you can offer discounts. You can do more advanced things where you get regular discounts based on what someone books. And then over here to Boulevard, you have similar marketing options. I love the blast campaigns and automated campaigns that Boulevard has. Their automated campaigns are very well designed, beyond what you see with GlossGenius, obviously much more limited here, and even beyond what you see with Mangomint, because Boulevard has options like filling slow days. So this will automatically trigger through an email or through a text to one location or multiple locations, if that's what your business structure is set up as. And it will be triggered. You can change this. If you want to say, hey, whenever my staff member has 50% availability or 30% availability, it will automatically send that information. You can rescue lost clients. That is triggered based on how many days since they have booked an appointment in the past. And that can be a great reminder for bringing people back. You can also send reminders to book appointments. You can enable last minute openings, which fulfills a similar function to some of the features that you get here, where there's an automated wait list that fills last minute openings. And I love the birthday messages that you can send. And these, you can choose to change the birthday message based on a sale or a promo. Now, Vagaro has different features in terms of their marketing. So the marketing that you have with Vagaro is a little bit more limited. in terms of generating messages like you would see here with Boulevard. However, where Vagaro and Fresha stand out, especially in comparison to GlossGenius, is that they have this front-facing marketplace. So if I typed in Vagaro and I wanted to see, not for businesses, but for, customers, as a customer, this is what I would see. I would get all these promos. I could say, oh, I want someone to do nails based on location, and it would show me all the available nail salons in my area. I can choose a different area, let's say if I'm on vacation or visiting a friend. And one of the ways that you can increase your bookings and sales with Vagaro is by hosting your business on this front-facing platform. And it will show some of the most popular locations. It will show things like daily deals and live stream classes. I actually really like these, depending on, of course, the business that you offer. Not all businesses will be able to take advantage of things like live stream classes. But if even as a hair salon, you have a friend who's willing to let you demo on them, you could do a live stream class here on things like color corrections or taking care of blonde hair when you get home, like a follow-up class on how to care for your hair. And that could be something that is pushed after someone books a hair color with a lot of brightening or changing to blonde. And this daily deal here is, of course, a way to really promote last-minute things. And this is comparable to the fill slow days feature that you have here with Boulevard, in that it's available when you have a lot of extra time and limited bookings in a given day with a given employee. Now, one thing to note, though, is that having your company posted here, having people be able to find you here, comes at an extra cost. So it's not automated. Just because you sign up for Vagaro doesn't mean that your business will show up here for customers who are looking for a service. You do have to pay for this, and you have to pay extra every month. So Fresha has a similar marketplace. It doesn't look as nice as Vagaro, but in some regards, it's a lot calmer. There's not nearly as much color you see here. There's just a lot of images. A lot of people have their pictures. It's constantly changing. There are things moving. Fresha's very calm. And it has similar groups, trending, new businesses. So there is a way to promote your business. You won't necessarily have to pay as much in extra fees to be posted here. And it's a really nice way to increase businesses. But beyond that, what Fresha has to offer in terms of marketing is a little bit more limited, especially in comparison to how many great things you get here with Boulevard in terms of blast campaigns and automated campaigns and what you get with Mangomint. But it is a very big step up from what you get with GlossGenius. So in terms of how easy it is to use, you'll see that things like calendar functions are pretty much the same. You have waitlist options, you have quick sale options, and you have client options that you can search for here. However, I don't really enjoy the layout here, and it is a little glitchy. There can be problems when it comes to processing payments. That is a very common complaint. And unfortunately, more common than that is the fact that you won't have a lot of customer service support. GlossGenius has this very beautiful layout that's very simple, very intuitive, but their customer service is the exact opposite. You would think that with a layout like this, that is highly professional, that you would get highly professional customer service representatives, but that has not been the case for many businesses. Now, by comparison, Mangomint has the absolute best customer service. When you search for customer service, even here, when you first sign up, you have all of this. You have the chat support. You can schedule a call with an expert. You can try different features here when you first sign up. And if you have a problem with the calendar function, with your client data, with processing sales, they are very fast. I usually got a response within about 5 minutes. So you'll get a very fast response during normal business hours. Now, Boulevard is similar. I do like their layout much better. Out of all of these alternatives, I love that they have the front desk function. You won't find the front desk function anywhere else. And that is a huge step up from what you get here with GlossGenius. So that front desk lets you see everything that's going on for the day. And then of course you can communicate with your customers directly in this message center, which I love. You can look at the calendar, and every time you click on someone, you get, oh, this wonderful detail about who has an appointment when. And anytime you see a client name, you can click on it and this entire comprehensive profile will come up. So out of all of these, though Vagaro and Fresha both have this customer marketplace, they don't have the same business features when it comes to managing your customers. So you can see customer data in a similar layout, but they aren't as easily accessible the way that Mangomint is. So with Mangomint with Boulevard and Mangomint, you both have these client things. I can click on that. I can see the timeline, the wallet, but this is much more limited. You'll see there's not really a lot of information here. Boulevard, so much more information. Accommodations, messages, history, any memberships, any products they've had, payment methods they've saved, forms that we need to fill out. So I really like that Boulevard has this front desk option, and the way they manage their client profile far exceeds any of the other alternatives here to GlossGenius. Now, on the note of forms and charts, that is something that GlossGenius doesn't have. So it's very difficult to send out forms, especially ahead of time, for new clients or for new services. So that's not something that you'll get with GlossGenius, but here you can look at the products that you offer. And if you need corresponding forms, let's see, I don't remember where they went. You can set up things ahead of time. And these will be automated messages with forms that someone needs to submit. And then it will confirm when a form has been received. So Mangomint has something that fulfills that need, although it's not the best. Boulevard has options like this as well. And I really like that you can set up things like membership details. You can set up reminders, and all of these reminders can contain the forms that you need. If it's a new client, if it's an old client, if you are adding something like a disclaimer, you can have that emailed or texted to your clients and have them fill it out ahead of time. Now, Vagaro has some features that create forms, and arguably these are a lot more fun because they have so many templates from which to choose. You can obviously do these on your own if you have something that you want to build from scratch, but they have a lot of templates you can choose from. And one of the things I really like about their templates is that forms are designed for a much wider range of businesses compared to just med spas. So as you can see, if you have a salon and you are trying to get a feel for what type of hair service someone wants, what type of, say, balayage they want, what type of highlighting they want, what type of cut or style they want, you can send them these forms and have them pick based on the different pictures. So I love how customizable these forms are. I will say that this is probably one of my favorite alternatives if forms are important for you. But again, these will come at an extra cost. So with all of these, that is something to consider, that there will be extra costs associated with Vagaro and with Fresha, and in some cases with Mangomint as well. So overall, I love all four of these for different reasons. I love that Fresha is very easy, very simple. It is much like Vagaro, a great way to increase your bookings with this front-facing platform. Vagaro is my top favorite if you need to build custom forms, but everything does come at an extra cost. Boulevard is my absolute favorite for customer management with the way they keep client data easily accessible no matter where you are within the interface, as well as this front desk function. And of course, Mangomint is great for improving the customer service if that is a huge issue for you.